What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got another official 2022 NBA mock draft video to of course be going over with you guys. This time we will of course be talking about who I think the Indiana Pacers should take with the 6th overall pick. I really do love the player that I've got the Pacers taking. Definitely one of my favorite players in this draft class so far. I definitely think you guys will be able to hear that by the way I talk about him. Again, this is of course an official clip from my official 2022 NBA mock draft. If you guys would like to go and check out that video, so you guys basically get a good hint on, you know, who I basically take with what pick, just in case you want to comment down below saying, I really wanted you to take this pick, this player with this pick. Well, the reason I might not have taken him is because I possibly had him going higher. So again, to stay all up to date, please make sure to go and check out that. I would really appreciate it. Again, I will be linking it, of course, in the description down below. But I guess without further ado, let's just get straight into it with who I think the Indiana Pacers should, of course, select with the 6th overall pick in the 2022 NBA draft. With the 6th overall pick, which I do have, of course, the Indiana Pacers selecting, and I really love the player that I've got them taking right now, and I've actually got the Pacers selecting Jaden Ivey at 6 overall. Now, Jaden Ivey, I think, is easily the best point guard in this class. Like, it's a pretty far margin from him and the next best. And even though I would say the next best is, of course, Dyson Daniels, Jaden Ivey, I think, just has him covered. I think he is a really talented player, really good defensively at 6'4", can guard the point guard and can guard the shooting guard, and can really switch on to both of them. Again, a couple of comparisons on what he's been kind of talked about in the NBA is when it comes to his defense, actually being talked about like similar to a bit of Josh Richardson, you know, in the terms of being able to guard point guard, shooting guard, and small forward efficiently, and potentially even Marcus Smart. A bit of those two players on the defensive end. Then on the offensive end, there's definitely a bit of Ja Morant in him as well. He's just a really good, capable player that I think would work so perfectly on the Indiana Pacers, especially if you partner him up with Tyrese Halliburton. I think that would be a really interesting duo to potentially see in the future. Again, both of those players are above, 6'4" and above at that guard position. Both are really good defenders that can switch from the 1 to the 3. They're all, both of them are pretty capable shooters as well. Again, this season, Jaden Ivey actually shot 36% from 3, which a little bit of a worry I do have is it could, might not carry over to the NBA in his first season, but it really doesn't matter. Again, I just think he and Tyrese Halliburton would be such a good duo. In his second season of college, he was actually averaging around 17.5 points per game on 5 rebounds. Really good defense, and of course about 3 assists per game. Now again, the only worry I think that kind of lies in his game, maybe other than sometimes he can be a bit of an inconsistent 3-point shooter, but again, to me, he'll definitely get better at that when it does come to the NBA. The only other worry I think some people are pointing out is he's not a very efficient playmaker, and that's why I think a couple of teams won't potentially look to draft him, with a really high pick, especially, if it was to come to when he would be like in top 3 contention. Of course, he's kind of fallen out of it because some of those teams that would be in that top, 3 contention would be looking for like a playmaking guard, this and that. But of course, I don't think, in my opinion, that should be taken away from him as a player at all, especially if he goes to the Indiana Pacers, because if you think about it like that, he and Tyrese Halliburton really, I think, would be a perfect young guard duo to have in the NBA. Again, the lack of playmaking that Jaden Ivey does sometimes have can definitely be made up for by Tyrese Halliburton, who has already shown on the Sacramento Kings and Pacers this season. He averaged like 7 assists per game, and he wasn't even the number 1 ball handler on the Sacramento Kings, and he had to share it again with Davion Mitchell as well. So when he's had so many guards to share it with on Sacramento, to average like 6 to 7 assists or whatever it was at that kind of pace, I think is so great for him. And going into next season, where if the Pacers were to draft Jaden Ivey, I just think it would be such a good thing for both of them. Again, I don't think Jaden Ivey would really mind Tyrese Halliburton being the facilitator / playmaker for the team, especially while he improves. I think, again, Jaden Ivey, I think, would go really well with that. Both are incredibly good defenders, which would be really good for the Pacers because they've been known to have and really like defensive players over the years. He's a good scorer, really good athleticism, like a Ja Morant type player. And again, as I said, his defense is kind of like a Marcus Smart hybrid with Josh Richardson as well. So I really, really like him as a player. I think he makes a whole lot of sense. And yeah, in my opinion, I think the Indiana Pacers should take him with the 6th overall pick. But of course, if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for all the latest NBA content and NBA news. Of course, don't forget to comment your thoughts and opinions down below. Do you guys think it makes a whole lot of sense for Dyson Daniels to, of course, maybe go in the top 10? Same with Jalen Duran, all that type of stuff. What do you guys think about my official mock draft? Do you guys agree with some of my picks? Do you guys think I took some players too high, some too low? Definitely let me know your thoughts and opinions on this down below. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to my gaming channel, my IRL/Long channel, and my podcast, which I'll all be linking them down below as well. But again, as I was saying, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.